after my life finishes flashing before my eyes.
Are you ready for another new menu?
Princess Bear here. We're at Port Orleans, Riverside today because, well, as she said, new things have dropped. So it's your number one choice of food and entertainment. When that happens, poof,
We're going to Boatwright.
Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's go build a boat. Here we have the lesser of the cornbreads. I say lesser because we have tried cornbread on property, and Boatwright just never seems to be up to snuff. Not when you have things like House of Blues or Whispering Canyon, but I'm always willing to give them another shot. They do always give you the board with a little brick, and then like their honey butter that they serve here. Give that a little. I have no idea I'm using a knife and fork for this, but I'm a civilized man. Not really. I like to pretend. The same consistency I come to expect here at Boatwright. It's okay, cornbread, but it tends to be a little on the drier side. Whispering Canyon is definitely like the king of cornbread on property for me. And honey butter is a nice touch, but I'm not going to let it go to waste, mind you. But we've had better cornbread. I would give it 3 out of 5 points.
Here we have the vegan, gluten-free cornbread with earth-balanced butter. Now the trick actually is to order this at Rivers with the spinach dip. So you can put the spinach dip in here instead of the butter. I'm just putting copious amounts of butter, way too much butter. I'm going to take off a bunch of this. There you go. It's not a warm cornbread, that's for sure. Whispering Canyon, it is not. And the thing about Boatwright is you have to be on top of your server. It's sort of like where there's some new hires. So if you don't know your menu and you don't know what to ask for, you may not necessarily get what you need or you want. So definitely make sure that you go on the Disney website, check out all of our videos, and do your due diligence before you come to these restaurants, because sometimes they know, sometimes they don't. And most of the time here, they don't. This is a 3 out of 5 cornbreads.
We get the question a lot in our videos, but because we do so many of these, we have a very inquisitive community, and we love all your questions. When you come to a restaurant, like, what do you do? How does the experience work? I mean, you see a lot of videos, you don't see us order, but like, we tell them when we come to a restaurant that I have a mango allergy and that Princess is vegan. The first thing we talk about. From there, we usually let them explain the menu because we want to know what it is when you come. We come here all the time. We know what's in the menu. We know what's off menu normally in most cases. But you may come here. Disney's already a lot of homework. You don't want to do homework for dinner too. So we usually expect that they'll explain the menu and explain what they can do, what's available. Sometimes if there's something that we really want, we will ask, like in this case. But the other time, it's like if your server doesn't tell you, you're just not gonna know. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. In case of these, I feel like every time we come here, these get a little bit smaller and a little bit more denser. I feel like they're getting more and more every time, like the gluten-free allergy rolls, which are a thing, you know. Are they a good thing for some people? Me, not so much. It tastes more like a ground corn square than bread, which I get. It's not the most horrible you've ever tasted, but again, there are better cornbreads out there. There's cornbread on property. There are always reservations available at Boatwright. But if you have other options, even already, at some point you should probably do those. That's a 2 out of 5 plus on a good day. I know it looks very similar, but this is not a smoked turkey. This is a walk the plank. It's a very similar constructed cocktail, but it's got some OJ, some other things in there, and then those same floating, artificially colored cherries in there. I still have not yet found my replacement for smoked turkey, and I'm running out of hope. You guys need to help me find a new signature drink. What's Bear's signature drink going to be? Is it going to be a whiskey drink? It doesn't have to be a whiskey drink. If you can find me a drink good enough, it can be a gin drink for all I care. I just need something. Hint of whiskey, there's some Orgeat in there, it's orange juice. It's a really mellow drink. It's definitely a cocktail. But I wonder if it would have been better river roast. 3.25 on a pot.
This is the new vegan salad on the menu. It is a jambalaya farro salad, Creole dressing on the bottom, which is sus to me. Then there's some crispy artichoke. Now, the main is still the beans and rice. If you want to see my thoughts on that, we just did a review here like 3 months ago. Go watch that video for the beans and rice. I'm not ordering it again. Cheers. It's not evenly dressed. The dressing like leads you wanting more. The artichoke is crisp beautifully. It's a little oily but still good. The dressing doesn't really bring anything to the table. I felt like a Creole please give me a little kick. No kick. 0 out of 10 on the spice scale. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a disappointing salad. I've had a lot of salads lately. This one does not toss my salad. Like, I'm going to be ashamed of this to my friends. Like, I'm going to do the walk of shame leaving this place because my how low my salad is not getting tossed.
This is still a family channel. Jambalaya farro salad. Already, those 3 things in one sentence give me pause. And that's not even a complete sentence. Let's hope it's a complete dish. There's some interesting things in here. You have greens. You have black olives. Where's the farro? Oh, there it goes. Little bees right there. There's a farro. Crispy artichokes. The dressing. It's over here, buried. It's a very weird salad. If you have farro, you could have just made a farro jambalaya and made that vegan. The vegans would love that.
Ooh,
we'd send them here for
I would love that.
Instead of red beans and rice. So we just gave them a farro salad. Make it, and they will come. We might come back. I say might. I can't even get all the things. Because here's the problem with farro in its salad. When there's that little of it, how are you supposed to pick it up? One, right there. You see a real confused look on my face. I definitely do not get jambalaya from that. It's like we're playing charades, right? And I asked you to draw me a boat, because this place is called Boatwright. And you drew me a car. It's a 1.5 out of 5 pause. I'm 100% a believer in truth in advertising. If you say it's going to be a jambalaya farro salad, 2 of those things should at least be correct. So far, you only got 1. And it tastes unwashed. I feel with the number of times I'm forced to try what Disney calls Cajun food, and the biggest quotation marks I can make with my hands with silverware in them, that I should be given some sort of honorary citizenship to somewhere on the Gulf Coast, preferably Louisiana. None of those other states. Louisiana. Talk to me. Crispy Cajun chicken? Is it crispy? A little bit. It's kind of soft to be crispy, but chicken. Now they say here, we got a warning from our server, that their food here is kind of spicy. If you've seen any of our other reviews, as far as spice goes, the food in this place, then that's probably not true. But I'll give them a shot. They said it was spicy, I'm gonna hold them to that. Nice white chicken. Breading looks good. See how it tastes? The chicken is juicy and seasoned, not dried out. I'll give them that. It's actually seasoned. Breading is in fact crispy, even though it looked a little soft. There's some crunch in there. I had some bites. Spicy, it is not. It's like Popeye's Light. Like, ish. If I was to give it like a spice rating, it would probably be like a -2 out of 10. But it is chicken, it's cooked. I suppose I got no problems with that. Let's go ahead try these red beans and rice. So they gave it to me as a side. You know, you're serving Uncle Ben's rice in Epcot right now. Probably go ask them how to make that. I'm gonna eat the chicken. The chicken, not the best chicken. I'm gonna eat the chicken 3.5 out of 5 claws. It's not failing me in any way, except for the spice. Red beans and rice, it's a 1.5 out of 5 claws. Last up, we have collard greens. I try to avoid collard greens at Disney parks. I was raised in a family that cooked collard greens from scratch. Going outside, picking the collard plant, spending hours stripping leaves, soaking them in the sink, the ham hock, all of that. So I expect everything to fail that bar. That bar is high. Basically, like most of us, anything my grandmother cooked me as food, the bar is in heaven. So, good luck. Vinegary and salty. Not a replacement for flavor, but I suppose it'll do. The Sukumi Wiki collard greens they have at Sanaa, much better. These, average at best. That's being generous. 2.5 out of 5.
Say goodbye to that peach cobbler and say hello to a pecan pie. Bear hates pecans. You guys asked for us to come here for this dessert specifically. Oof, it's a little hard, but I'm here for it. Oop. Okay, this was rough. Cheers. Okay, I actually like that. It tastes like a Twix, almost, with like extra cake. Like a Twix, but like the cake is like 5 times thicker than everything else. I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna give it a 3.75 out of 5 desserts. I don't think it's my favorite dessert that I've had in the last month. I've had a lot of good, really good vegan desserts lately. But this is good. Like, if you're into pecans, you're gonna really like this. It definitely tastes like some sort of candy bar, and I'm into that.
So the ancient bear disdain for pecan pie harkens back to the days of my childhood in North Florida. I didn't spend my entire childhood there, but part of it. We had 2 huge pecan trees in the backyard. We ate pecan pie like twice a month. Now, the smell of it, the taste of it, drives me absolutely nuts. But I am going to jump on the grenade just for you guys. Perfect. I can, after my life finishes flashing before my eyes, or trauma, depending on how you want to describe it, I can see the parentheses candy bar. I feel like it needs a little bit more sauce. If you get too much of the pecan bite, as it's prone with like non-ground pecans, they get really dry really quickly, and it can be sort of like eating sand. With pecan flavored sand, so I guess that's an upgrade. I like that you get the ice cream with it, that's the plant-based sorbet. It could use a little bit more of this to help sort of choke this down. It's got a good flavor, but it's been up against some really good desserts lately. And with the competition it's facing, I feel like this is the downgrade from the peach cobbler, because the peach cobbler was amazing. I would give this 3.5 out of 5 claws, taking as much of my personal bias out of it as I can. Boatwright, I don't know if it is right or it is wrong.
I think it's hit or miss. The dessert is okay if you're into pecan. I'm not so sure about the salad revamp. I think I like the old salad better. Beans and rice haven't changed, so if you're into that, cool. It does have alt meat in it, so take that into consideration if you are vegan. Book got signed though, one way or the other. Our server, Yuri, here he is right here. All these beautiful signatures, even Chef got this awesome little like chef icon here, and they gave us some noms. Like Bear got a free cupcake, I got some free vegan cornbread to go as like a thank you, I guess, for this, because you know we appreciate our cast members.
We do.
I think it's like 20 pages almost of the book that is progressed.
I think Boatwright still is just missing something. The restaurant is fine. The menu has been sort of like a roller coaster the last couple years. You could do worse.
I think what Bear and I have learned overall with Boatwright's restaurant is that when you are a new hire at Disney World in the serving industry, you are likely to get Boatwrights as an option. So all of like the new servers that are trying to get full-time, that are part-time, work at a place like Boatwrights where they're only open 5 hours a day. So take that into consideration. Also, if you're at Riverside or French Quarter, of course, this is your only table service option. You can take the boat over to Disney Springs. You should probably go do that. And watch our Disney Springs videos too.
But they're nice. They're usually always nice. But I don't know what you guys think. Given what you've seen, Gulf Coast people, we already know what you think. But
Value?
you can leave your hate below.
What do you think of the value
Value.
of the restaurant?
I guess my money elsewhere.
I think our bill was like $90, and we didn't get entrees.
Well, you didn't get an entree. I got an entree.
Yours was an entree.
You didn't get an entree.
So, I mean, I think that's still... It's not Paradiso, but it's decent.
I want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. If there's anywhere else you'd like to see us go, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and...
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might yeet himself over to French Quarter. And if he goes to the French Quarter, then he's probably not coming back to Disney World. Because a bear, if a bear has to choose between Orlando and the French Quarter, I'm pretty sure he's choosing the French Quarter.
I guess I'm back to getting yeeted again.
Who dat?
But you heard the girl.